In this video, we'll be working out the common rafter length, the common rafter plumb cut, and to do this, we'll be using a string line and on-site elements, the bevel, measuring tape, and with these few things, we'll be able to work out our length in meters or feet and inches, whichever we prefer. To do this, we need two elements, and the two elements we have here in our example are the run and the rise. The run is from the outside of the wall plate to the wall of the building, and the rise is from the top of the wall plate to the pitch point. The pitch point is established by coming down about 4.5 inches or 110 millimeters from the top of the existing ridge that you have in place, that you have already worked out. So let's get started. All we need to do for this very simple basic example is fix a string line from the pitch point at the top to the outside of the wall plate. And once we have fixed this, fix it there and there. So wall plate, outside of the wall plate to the pitch point up here. Fix your string line. Once that's fixed, you've got your pitch point line. Get your bevel. As simple as this. Set your bevel. Set your bevel to your string line. Into your building. There you go. So your string line. You line your string line and your building. Put that on top of your timber. Mark your plumb cut. It really is as simple as that. You now have your plumb cut. And to get the measurement, it's all too obvious. Tape to your pitch point, and from your pitch point to the outside of your wall plate. It really is as simple as that. You now have your plumb cut and the length of your rafter. To get the true length of your rafter, this is the length of the rafter that you'll actually be working with, and it's the size of your actual template. The measurement you have for your pitch line, you need to take away the thickness of the ridge. So you take away the thickness of the ridge at the top, and at the bottom add on for your overhang. So if you decide to have an 8-inch overhang for your fascia soffit, add on 8 inches. If you decide to have 6 inches, add on 6 inches. The overhang is basically another plumb cut, 8 inches or 6 inches out, whatever you decide, and the soffit cut underneath is the same as your seat cut on your bird's mouth. There's an example of that over here. Very straightforward. String a line, use your bevel, get your tape out. It really is as simple as that. Now, if you want to know what is the angle or the pitch of your rafter, let's work that out. It's very easy to do. All we need is our speed square and our level. Let's get started. Set your speed square on your pitch line. Put your level on. Make sure that your speed square is on the pitch line. at the pivot point on your bevel, level it up. Once your level is correct, you can read your speed square. And if you read this one, we have 35 degrees or 8/12 pitch. 35 degrees or 8/12 pitch. You can take that away, put that on your timber, set it to 8/12 pitch or 35 degrees. Again, mark your plumb cut. It's as simple as that, it really is. So let's recap. To recap, you need your pitch point. Your pitch point is basically 4.5 inches or 110 millimeters down from the top of your ridge plate. At the pitch point is the first place you fix your line. Your second point you fix your line is at the outside edge of your wall plate. Pull it tight, fix it, get your bevel out, bevel on top of the string line, down the face of your building, and there you have your plumb cut. Again, measure from your pitch point down to the outside edge of your wall plate, and this is your starting point for your true rafter length. To get your true rafter length, you'll be taking off the pitch line length, the thickness of your ridge at the top, and at the bottom you'll be adding on your overhang. So whatever overhang you decide to have for your fascia and soffit, add that on. Mark it, cut it, stick it up, see how it fits. Hopefully it fits perfectly. If not, you might have to just adjust it just slightly, not too much, I'm sure. Once it's correct, you can mark all your upper rafters off. If for some reason your wall plate is running out and you can't do anything about it, it's set, stick your first rafter in at one end, stick a second rafter in at the other end of your building, your extension, string a line through, measure down to the wall plate from the top of the rafter, and you can adjust the height above plate all the way along, and you'll have a perfect rafter every time. In this video, we're going to look at working out our roof pitch, our run, our rise, everything we need to know in whether it's 8/12 pitch or what angle in degrees, or whether it's metric, feet and inches. We're going to work out our example here of a roof. Let's get started. And what we're going to use is a construction calculator. Now, if you haven't got one, I recommend you get one, especially if you do a lot of roofing. It's going to make your life a lot easier. It will take all the brain ache out of it, and it's so straightforward and easy to use, and it's been a great help to me, so I thought I'd share it with you. So let's show you what it's all about. Here we have an example of a construction calculator, and this is the one I've got. This is a Construction Master Pro, but there's lots of different construction calculators out there. There's apps online. You can get this calculator app online. You can get lots of construction calculators apps online for free. So I recommend you use a calculator when doing your roofing. So let me show you how I use this calculator, and I only do it for most basic of roofs really, but let me show you what you can do. So we'll turn it on. There you go. And our example, we have a 8 feet run. We've got an 8-inch pitch, And from just those two elements, we can now work out what our rise is, 5 feet 4 and 1/16. We can work out our diagonal, 9 feet 7 3/8. We can work out our hip, 12 feet 6 inches and 1/16. We can work out what our pitch is in degrees, 33.69. We can work out our hip degrees. Let's do that. Hip, pitch, hip, hip. 25.24 degrees. So we've got our length of our hip, 12 feet 6 and 1/16. We have our degrees, everything we need to know in a few very simple calculations, and you're off and running. Highly recommend it. Why not use it? And again, if we want to do that in metric, let's do it in metric. Let's cancel that out. Our example there is 2.44 meters, and we've got a 1.627 meter rise. So let's go with that. Or yeah, we can do it. Let's do it that way. Let's do it that way. So we've got a 2.44 run. Cancel, start again. 2.440 run. We've got a, oh, sorry, I should have done it in meters. So I'm going to start that again if you don't mind. Sorry about that. 2.440 meter. Cancel, show it again. 2.440 meter run. We've got a 1.627 meter rise. Now from that we can tell our pitch, 33.7. There it's obviously rounding it up a little bit for us. And so we've got our hip again, is 3 meters 815, and our hip degrees 25.24. Our diagonal, which is our rafter run, 2.933 meters, so 2.933 meters. So everything we need to know to work out our common rafter and our hip rafter, and we can actually work out our jack rafter as well. 2 different jack rafters, three different lengths of jack rafter there for say 16-inch centers. So it's an excellent tool to have, and I recommend that you have one in your toolkit. But what we've actually worked out there is the rafter length from the outside of the wall plate to the pitch line. So to this you'd have to take off the thickness of the ridge or the ledger, it's called a ridge board, and add on your overhang. So if you decide to have a 6-inch overhang or 150mm overhang or an 8-inch overhang or a 200mm overhang, all you need to do is do a plumb cut, 8 inches, 6 inches, 200mm, 150mm out, whatever you decide, and that's a plumb cut parallel with your wall plate, and the soffit cut underneath is the same as your seat cut on your bird's mouth. It really is as easy as that, and you can work it all out of a calculator, impress your friends, impress your customers, and you'll have a good old chat with your architect as well, I'm sure. Good luck with your project, and I'm sure that was as clear as mud.